Hello guys, it's Lee. So what I have here is a Craftsman push mower. I don't know how old it is. It was a friend of mine from church said, "Hey Lee, this has been sitting around for a few years and I'd like to get it running. Can you help me?" And I was like, "Well, sure, we'll take a look at it." So that's what we're doing. So this is a Craftsman 6.75. All right, so it's got a primer bulb. Now, I pushed that earlier and it felt pretty good. There's no gas in it. Got a lot of oil down there. So of course I'm gonna put a little bit of gas in it, and then I'm gonna take that air cleaner off and I'm gonna see if it primes, and then I'll put starting fluid in it. We'll see if it starts up first. In my opinion, this is what you do every time you have a mower that's been sitting around for a little while, is you put starting fluid in it and see if it'll turn over, because that would let you know if you have fire and compression. Because I tell you, about 90% of the time, it's a fuel issue, and this will tell you. Let's get our 5/16 on this. Looks pretty rough. Put a little gas in it, a little starting fluid, see what happens. Now, let me check the oil. So I saw a spark on there. This off right here. Leave all that in place. And let's see, let's go ahead and get this. I'm gonna try to shoot starting fluid right in the engine. Okay, so it's the next day. So I don't think it's fuel. Well, it's probably fuel too, but I don't think it's getting fire. I mean, I think it's a weak fire if it's getting fire. I couldn't really tell in that video, and I couldn't see it from where I was, and I'm by myself, and I can't get anybody to look. So I'm gonna look at the coil, and let's get into it. This might have something to do with why it wasn't running. Now we're just gonna check these wires real good, clean that up, check our gap on the coil. That might be what it is. That's a good look. Pretty typical. I don't even know how they get under there, but I guess they do. All right, let's clean her up. Air compressor. Pretty good. We're going to check the gap now with a business card. All right, so we're going to inspect the gap and look at these wires, because mice get in there. So that's your cutoff wire, your kill wire. I mean, it looks pretty good. Doesn't look like any of these wires on this has been chewed up. So I'm going to loosen up this coil, just barely. There's your magnet. So what I'm gonna do is put this business card right here and pull it back just a little bit. I want to get it fit in here like that. And then when you pull that magnet to this, they're gonna clamp together, but there's gonna be this gap. And I'm gonna tighten it back down. Well, come on. Kind of hard part. Come on, baby. So you want to make sure. So it should be. So you want that right there. Then you're just going to snug this back up. And that's the proper. Don't get too heavy with that, because all that'll break. So that is proper gap. And get the business card out. Now, with all that cleaned up, I'm gonna lube this up over here. I just want to lubricate some of these moving parts. All right, so I'm gonna put starting fluid in where the carburetor goes. I'm not expecting it to run, but I do expect it to fire over. And that would give me the encouragement to go ahead and get a carburetor. Come on, baby. It might need a new coil. All right, let's see if we can see spark. I'll try not to move this. Okay, so I'm back at the drawing board. I didn't bore you with taking everything off again, but I'm gonna take this coil off this time, all the way off. And then we get that kill wire right here. It's on this side. That's what kills the coil. All right, let me do a little research. Right there it is. That says cylinder side, so it's down that way on the cylinder. All right, so it's a few days later. I got my coil. I'm gonna put it on, see if we got some spark. Now, that's the appropriate gap. If everything goes well, it's gonna spark. So I'm gonna put it back together, put it on time lapse. The carburetor's off, but what I'm hoping for now is I'm gonna put it back together, spray starting fluid where the carburetor goes, and it needs to start over. If it does, then I'm gonna proceed to get the carburetor because I broke the last one. I mean, it needed to get replaced anyway, and it's only, what, 16 bucks or something like that, I don't know. But keep your fingers crossed, hope it fires over now. So. All right, so I'm not really looking for it to start because it didn't have a carburetor, but I am looking for it to fire over with starting fluid. So if it does that, we're golden. Get a carburetor, and this thing ought to run. If it don't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's probably got low compression or something like that. I don't know. Well, it tried to fire over right there. All right, so it's several days later, and I got a carburetor right here. So I got the filter spark plug, new primer bulb, carburetor. So it looks pretty good. All right, so I got the carburetor put on. All right, so it was several days later, and I went back and put one gasket back on, but you know what I had to do? And I'm gonna show you on this because I don't really want to take it off because it's priming. On the back side here of this, you know, you got that gasket. And when you push this, air goes through there. And then there's a hole let's see, on one side or the other. Let's see, it's on this side over here, on the left side. Anyway, I had to take a piece of rubber and lay over the gasket because, you know, right there, I think is losing air, right there. So that gasket just wasn't good. And so I put a piece of rubber, laying it across right through there, so that'd make pressure. So now let's look in there. Hang on, let's see, right there it is. Can you see that? Look at the little tube in there. You see that? That's gas. All right, so that's what we want. All right, so let's see if we can get it started. Come on. Come on, it won't start. All right, so there it is. New carburetor. I don't know if that coil needed to be changed. It was pretty inexpensive. Spark looked weak to me, so it's got a new coil, got a new carburetor. I mean, not a whole lot of money in it. Of course, this thing's not worth a whole lot either. But it's just fun getting it running again. So anyway, that's it. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of stuff. All right.